All right, no problem. I'm ready.
Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Galactic Productions. Today we're here, Productizo. We're here with himself, Mr. Lucas Realtime Onyango, formerly of Kenya Rugby. Hata nasikia juzi ameongezwa cheo, lakini I don't know whether to believe that or not. Anyway, we're here today with Lucas Realtime Onyango of Realtime Logistics, Realtime Autos. If you want anything being delivered from the UK or Europe to Kenya, this is the guy to go to. Yo, Luka, niaje?
Fit sana.
Si utuambie basi, niaje, karibu sana Galactic Productions, and thank you for doing this one. Really appreciate it.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah. So let's just dive straight into it and tell us a bit more about yourself. Like, who is Lucas Onyango?
Man, that's that. I hope you have about 2 or 10 hours, man, because I can talk for England. But Lucas Onyango, I'm just, simple boy from Kenya,
Yeah.
worked hard from, from schools that did have rugby to represent my country, and finally coming out here and working hard to get into a professional sport environment.
Yeah.
Which is, it takes a lot to do, but and nothing is, like I say, nothing is in this world.
Everything is simple, but nothing is easy. Playing rugby is as simple as getting on the sports field, but it's not easy. You have to go training, you have to do all your homework. Doing business is simple, but it's not easy. So
easy at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, just tell me more about what you're currently doing and, what are you about right now? Because I can see you put on a few pounds. You're more, what's it called? A forward than a back now.
No. Have you seen the size of the backs nowadays, man? They're built like houses, man,
But they don't have a one pack.
Yeah, the one pack is relative, it's what's underneath the one pack that matters.
True that. Perceptions,
but everybody has a 6-pack under the big pack.
I definitely have a 6-pack under my 1-pack, definitely.
All right, if you say so.
Right, anyway. Yeah.
So what do you want to know?
So basically, you said that you've played sport. We all know you've played sport. Anyone who knows you, and those who don't know, Lucas played rugby for many years and is now doing what? I know we know you live in Manchester, but what are you doing currently? What have you gone on to?
No, from a sporting kind of environment, it has been it's been obviously having retired through injury was not the best thing for me to happen.
Of course.
And like you as my big sister, you're the guys who told me, Lucas, you need to go back to school.
Yeah.
You need to work on something.
Yeah.
You need to work, get a degree, get an education, because the playing career would be over. I never believed it, but
yeah.
After a while, and after the injury started coming, and after my last injury in 2013, I'd already started on my first degree in coaching and sports development.
Yes.
Then I went straight into my master's in exercise and sports science.
Yeah.
And I was involved in coaching in the UK, but like I say, you've been my sister. Say you've known me since I was born. So, I don't like politics.
Yeah.
So I got involved with some of the professional clubs over here. Mm-hmm. And I saw the politics behind the closed doors, because I was in some cases overqualified, having played professional rugby for a few years, having gone to university, done a degree in coaching and sports development, and immediately doing a master's in exercise and sports science.
Yes.
Which was just something that not many people do, because when you stick to a coaching pathway, you go to the coaching pathway.
Yes.
And then if you stick to the science pathway, you stick on the science pathway.
Yeah.
But when we finished uni and on our last day, the head of the coaching and sports development, the head of the whole kind of like uni, the sports side, he said, he just said one thing to everybody, and the teacher called with me, said, every year about 100 to 300 or 200,000 people in the UK leave university with a sports related degree.
Yes, that is so true.
And at the same time, in that same year, you get about 3,000 to 5,000. I don't remember the exact numbers, but leaving university with a master's degree. Yes. Where do you want to be?
Yes.
So it was a matter of, hey man, you know what? Yes, I know I was advantaged, coming from the background and whatever. But
Yeah.
like we all know, we can't lie about it. All this Black Lives Matter stuff that is going on,
Yeah.
this is stuff that is all there in sport. I've seen it,
Yeah.
I've actually been racially abused in a stadium full of people,
Yes, yes.
and nothing was done about it. So
of course not.
It comes to sports management, whereby I realized that, I could walk into these big organizations, but the color of my skin and where I was from was an issue that, no people were saying about it. But, I don't talk much in a professional environment. You've known me. I can talk for England and all that. But in that kind of environment, I noticed that even the guy who was supposed to be on top of me, man, if he took his papers out, I took my papers out. And my playing career, because as a player and coaching in a full-time professional environment, doing exercise and sports science, the players will respect you more because you've been on the field.
100%.
You've done all this. You've traveled all over the world. You've played.
You've done the grind. You've paid your dues.
So, I always say you got to earn your stripes in everything.
100%. 100%.
And that's why, if it comes, I don't like the politics, but it's the same back at home, Look at some of the guys who are running the game, man.
Yes.
Show them where your stripes, man. Show us where your stripes.
Yeah.
Where your stripes.
They never stepped on the field. They probably played 2 terms of high school rugby, never even stepped into a game.
And it's those kind of things that is really making us go down. But forget about that. If I start about sport, this is about life after sports and business. Because the name, first let me start with the name Realtime.
Yes.
That's another funny one, because when Facebook was starting, I think back in the days, 2008, 9, 10 or something. I don't know if you can remember.
I think it was a bit before that, but carry on.
Yeah, a bit before that. But, a bit before that. But what used to happen is, I was always uploading things quickly. Remember that time Martha was very young, and everything we're doing, we're going to school, we're going to eat something. I was always just real time. But somebody says, "Hey, Manze Lucas, man, and Manze boss who call real time." Even when watching Kenya, when I was watching Kenya playing games, I was always updating the scores quickly. So that's the way it just started, real time. Oh,
okay,
yes.
Okay.
So that's why I put my name as Lucas Realtime Onyango.
Onyango, yes.
Yes. So that real time was just about social media.
Yes.
And how I started using social media so frequently when it started, because that was kind of like my way to get in touch with the fans, and also obviously to get in touch with my family back at home. Yeah. Because guys could see, a lot of people actually saw Martha grow through social media.
That is so true. Because, yes. And let's remind everyone that Martha is your firstborn daughter.
Yeah, named after my mom. And I was a young parent, I was about 21, 22 when Martha was born. So I was a young boy, considering,
Yeah.
That's where real time started. And so after when I was playing, one of my good friends, Zakaria Wagumba, and some other friends, just rugby connections, Yes. And that was the time I'd done my shoulder. That was 2005, 6, around that kind of time, 7.
Yes.
Done my shoulder, this niggling injury. So Zach was like, I'm looking for a car or ABCD,
Yeah.
Can you sort me out or
Hook
something?
Me up, bruv.
Yeah, and some other, and just the rugby kind of guys and other people, So that's when I started. I did actually start, but it's funny stories that I'll just try and be quick with. But so I had the time in my hands. I only had to go to training every morning for my physio and my rehab. Yes. So the weekends I was kind of a bit more flexible. Yes. Because
you had more time on your hands because of your injury.
Yes, because of my injury.
So you took time out to sort your bodies out with whatever they needed from the UK. So, is that how your business started?
Yeah, that's how it started, especially with the cars. So I got a car. The guy told me, I've seen this car online. Can you help me out, man? Because I've had guys being swindled out of cash. I said, I got the time. And obviously that time you're in London. I said, my sister's in London. At least I can just go get this car when I'm taking to the port. I'll come to your house. Like I've done hundreds of times over the years, when I'm doing business. And it has actually made me see you guys more and Kieran.
Yes, that's
through
true.
Those years.
And so, Kieran is my son, just FYI.
Yes. I'm his godfather, so good godfather business,
He's a wonderful godfather. I can say that.
So
his faults.
What happened? So what happened was I took the first car. And it was a funny story because I was just gonna go to the port, drop the car off, do the documentation, and I'm out.
Yes.
So when I'm going to drop the car, man, and I'm seeing some 3 dudes, Kenyan dudes,
Yes.
And they're all, buzzing and happy. The guys were like, hey, what do aku, hey, neke money? So I was like, hey, bana, boss. And then I talked to them in Luo. I'm like, Omera bana, not everybody is Kikuyu buana. So I'm seeing these guys buzzing, man. By the time I'm at the port, they've already brought one car. They went and got another one and got another one. I think they were outside at the gates or they were fueling or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking, hold up a minute, man. These guys also, this seems to be like, so
it can be a business.
Yeah, so I just go chatting on the guys. I'm like, hey, kwani magari naona.
Yeah.
Biashara iko sawa. So me, I didn't take anything out of it. So me, I kept quiet. I did what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Gave the car. They did the inspection. I gave the car out.
Yes.
I took the train. I came to US, and then that evening, I went to Thatched House.
Yes.
In
Barking.
whatever. Barking.
Yeah.
So
East
I
London.
go to Thatched House. And Sharon, the same 3 dudes.
They're still there.
Man, they're partying like rock stars, bana.
They thought, I'm getting into this car business.
So I'm thinking, but I'm over there, I'm thinking, hey, bana, I'm missing out on my playing bonuses and ABCD.
Yeah.
The guys are partying like rock stars, man.
Yeah.
I said, hey, God, damn, man. I said, decide. So after that, it just started slowly building up and building up. So unfortunately, with my kind of like my injury problems, I kind of, those breaks were, so I started getting involved with the car part of things,
Yes.
So I started sending cars home. So that's how Realtime Motors was born.
Yes.
So Realtime Motors is the mother of all these other companies.
It was basically your first business. And would you say you stumbled into, a lot of people go into business intentionally. Yeah.
Yes.
But you seem to have stumbled into a business. Were you interested in cars before, or did your interest come as a result of your friend asking you about sending them cars?
First and foremost, if we, I hope, let me deviate a little bit and then I'll jump back to where we are.
Yeah.
Ever since I was young, I've always been in business in one way or another.
Yes.
Because me and you, we went to boarding school when we were very young.
Yeah, that's true.
When I was in Hill School, Eldoret, I used to buy the budget pack. I used to see the older guys, what they used to do.
I can say, I think you learned that from me, because I used to come home and say, look at all the money I made from school, from selling bread and mandazis and biscuits.
So I used to buy the budget pack and then we sell the biscuits at $1.
Yeah, exactly. Because there used to be like 380 of them. And it used to come at 100 and something. So by the time you sell it, you've got almost 200% profit.
Yeah. So that was part of it. And then obviously after primary school, I went to Nakuru High School. That's why I learned rugby. Obviously, I was bullied into rugby. I was a basketballer, so I never wanted to go back to boarding school because I spent half of my life, my childhood life, in boarding school. Yeah. So finally, after all my allergies and all my tears to mama on school trips, and telling my dad one day I go to him, I was like, yo, man, I'm not going back. Those guys are going to kill me. And bullying back then was bullying. Nowadays, there's no bullying, man.
Monolization.
And especially if you're from Nairobi, it's a national school.
Yeah, that's true.
When you break for school, some dudes are going to look after cows.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going back to the city. Yeah. So they had that envy for you. So anybody from Nairobi, they used to really, really hate us. And I wondered why.
Like, I think boarding schools in those days were like prisons. So you walked into a prison and someone marked you, and then they decided that watakufa na wewe. Yani you became their bitch, for lack of a better word. And this person or this group of people really, really made it their mission, their life's mission for a few months to make your life hell. And I think the way out of it was either to make friends with bigger, badder people, or to just stand up for yourself, pick one of them and really beat the crap out of them, which is the avenue that I took. You know what I mean? But it was like that. Like you had to, anyway, can I just tell the story? This guy, Lucas Realtime Onyango, decided one day that he was going to stand up, and he told our dad that he wasn't going back to school. And my dad told him, go to industrial area tomorrow and look for a job since you've decided you don't want to go to school.
Wait, you wait. Let me tell you the story. You wait, man. You wait. So me, I leave school because I used to have all sorts of allergies. My eyes used to look like I'm on the international hub, which I never partake. if I rub my eyes for 2 seconds, I used to look like I've come from a ganja farm.
Yeah.
I used to go to Nairobi on Friday
Yeah.
at around 2-3 o'clock,
Yeah.
4 o'clock when the bank is closing, because my dad was a banker.
Yeah.
And that's when he was having his lunch. And that's
Yeah.
exactly when I used to walk in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, daddy, man, these guys want to kill me, man. You know, that time the secretary has brought his lunch for him. He looks at me, man. He's just like, you just have this to eat, man. I'm eating, and then he gives me fare to go home.
Yeah.
So that evening, man, I've got home. I've seen all the guys. I'm happy to be home. In the evening, I'm like, you know what, daddy? I'm not going back to that school. I've even told my mom, you know, mamas will always be on your side before they get to.
Well, on your side, she never listened to me, but carry on.
So mama is like, don't worry about it. We'll sort it out. Hey,
Yeah.
When Pop came, I was on my own. The guy just had me, said, okay then, Sonny, that's fine. We'll talk in the morning. So Saturday morning, my pop's always going to work. And then he sits down, he's had his breakfast, obviously, his porridge, sweet potatoes and banana. Because I woke up that morning, I've washed the car, mpaka gazeti nimepiga dirisha, unaweza jiangalia fresh. Yeah. So the guy calls me after a bit, tells me, you call that boy. I'm like, yeah, daddy, what's going on, man? So maybe I'm waiting to be told that, yeah, you know what? We'll work something out to get to school. He told me, okay, so you've decided that you're not going back to school. I said, man, those guys are going to kill me, man, you know. And by then I'd joined the rugby team. So we had kind of like some security when you're in the rugby team.
Yeah.
But that also made you a target because
Yeah.
the rugby guys are not there. Those guys
That's
who couldn't
it.
touch you.
Exactly. Where's your passing?
Heavy. Now they're coming for you heavy. So
Yeah.
I was told go look for work. Come Monday, you decided to be a man. Monday, go here to industrial area, get yourself a job. And that's how Saturday I just felt traumatized. Monday morning, I had to wake up with my uniform and tell my pops before he leaves, I'm going back to school. So let's jump from that. So after that year, I finally got my freedom.
Yes.
Put the chains off.
From boarding school.
I was taken to Highway Secondary School.
Yeah.
So that's where I joined in Form 2.
Oh, cool.
So from Form 2 now, that's where I try to stay away from the rugby, but word in rugby circles always move.
Especially in those days, rugby was a lot smaller than now.
Yes.
So if there was a talented person, they were spotted, the word would spread quick.
Yeah. So somebody that knows somebody that whose cousin is at the school say that, hey, there's a boy there who's come from Nakuru High, man.
Yeah.
That guy can run, man.
Yeah.
By that time, I was going back to my beloved basketball.
100%.
So playing basketball, I was again asked, Bana, boss, Bana, just come, Bana.
Yeah.
We were not doing the best, but, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into the sports and got into business again.
Yeah.
So now this year now.
100%. We've always, I think me and you, apart from like the rest of the family members, Alot and Kevo, we were, I think we were destined to do business. And I don't think either of us is built to work for anyone, because I think once you've played sport, and especially if you've been in a position where you've been fortunate enough to be good at it, you've made those decisions to wake up in the morning, go training, really commit to something, and see the results of your sweat. Because at the end of the day, sport is a great leveler. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how rich your parents were. It doesn't matter. If you've got talent and you work at it, you're going to succeed. And that's just a fact. The only difference is if you have some stupid politics, which I don't think there's a place for politics in sports, they might not play you because of politics, not because you do not deserve a shot. And I think if somebody deserves a shot, they should get that shot over that dinosaur who's been playing for the club for 10 odd years. And that's just it. Sports should be a meritocracy and should always be.
And sport is one of the biggest business in the world.
100%.
Look at us guys in Kenya, man. You know, we don't look at it like that. You know, even my parents, when I first came to the UK, it was like, when are you going back to school? It wasn't a matter of, yes, you're playing professional, so what?
Yeah.
You need to have some paper. So when I joined Highway, the good thing about South B has always been home of the best DJs in Kenya. Kina DJ Ben, kina DJ Paddy.
Yeah.
Now there's a very big DJ in the States. It's called DJ Babu.
Yeah.
Who's actually my desk mate from the middle. So there was 2 desks, and then 2 desks in the middle, and then 2 at the end. So I was with Bruce on this left, now close to each other, and then there was space between, and then Babu was there.
Yeah.
So by that time, imagining that was back in 97,
Very
98,
old.
around 97, 98. Babu was already spinning at F2. He was
Yeah.
doing jam sessions.
Yeah.
So what I used to do back
Yes.
then, you remember Pop's big Sony stereo,
Yeah.
the love of his life, that stereo over there.
We used to
So
bust his speakers.
I used to, hey, Kevin used to bust those speakers every day. I used to get the chrome tapes.
Yeah.
So when Babu is spinning, I'd go to F2.
Yeah.
And then I'd record a main copy, or give me his main copy,
Yeah.
the mix.
Yeah.
I'd record it, and then I start selling it out. Because the good thing about being in a day school in a city is that you have all the corners of the city.
Yeah.
There's guys from Gidurai, there's guys from Westi, there's guys from Langata, there's
People
guys
come from all areas. Yeah.
Yes, from Uru.
Yeah.
And they use the matatu. So I
Yeah.
used to give them, imagine something that I bought for about 150 chrome.
Yeah.
Maybe I spend all in. By the time I get the master copy, I've spent only 200.
Yeah.
Or 250.
Yeah.
And after that, I get 500. So it was
Yes.
500. That was the 500 a pop. So I'm making 100% profit.
No, that's 150% profit, mate.
So you see,
Tivari.
so that's how I got into it, and also just other things, because somebody would come and say, "Hey, banana uza kitu fulani."
Yeah.
And if it's a good deal, I'll buy it and sell it for more.
That's it. So what would you say, for example, is what are the common grounds for you? Because obviously you've been in sport for very long. What are the common grounds? The reason why I want to speak about this to you is, like right now in Kenya with this corona, and not just in Kenya, in the UK as well, in the US, everywhere around the world, people have either been furloughed, which is ending in the UK in a couple of months. Those who don't know what furlough is, please Google it, because we honestly do not have enough time to explain what it is on this segment. So either guys have been furloughed, those were the lucky guys because they're getting at least a percentage of their salary for X amount of time, or people were laid off. Yeah. And in Kenya now, even the people who play professionally have not been being paid. Some of them were offered a certain amount, like a settlement to leave, which I think was very silly for those who took that option, because they were offered a settlement to leave, or they were asked to take a very small percentage of their salaries every month. Now, if I was a player, I know which one I'd take. I take the small percentage because it means you're still signed with your club.
But you see, Sharon, that's where people don't think.
Yeah.
You can't put rugby as your first main source of income unless you're out here.
Not just rugby, but sport Kenya, generally.
But I'm just saying sport in general.
Yeah.
Kenya, to be honest, we have not even gone to a semi-professional level yet.
In terms of
earnings and structures.
Okay.
Yes. The structures are not there, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try.
Yeah, but what would you say? What would you say was for you personally, Lucas Realtime Onyango? What are the common grounds? Yeah. What are the things that you learned in sport that are now helping you in your business type world? Yeah.
The most important thing is one thing, you saw how much sacrifice I made for the game.
Yeah.
And you obviously, when I moved to London, you said, Lucas, you're never going to work in this city.
Yeah.
Because you knew once I get into start working these jobs,
yeah,
I don't have time for my sport.
Yeah. Because we were doing like 2 or 3 jobs in those days. We used to do like 80-hour weeks, 100-hour weeks. And you still even just made rent and paid for a few things, and you're still living hand to mouth, man.
Yes, because I used to see you come from work, and you see, those are the kind of things that made me say, I can never fail.
Yeah.
And even back at home, like I said, I was in highway. I didn't go to Kinama Patch and whatever. And by the way, for the record, in 99, we whooped Patch in whatever, in Fladis.
Guys in Patch now are thinking, who cares?
Yes. Imagine Kinakatis or Lagos, Kina Naniban. Guys,
how can you be called out like that?
And you're joking. You should have seen the insults I was getting. Because I went and beat the number 1 Olewe in 100-meter sprint, and I went to run for Nairobi.
Yeah.
And me, I used to run sprints 5-star.
Yeah.
5-star ni vidole tano. 10-star. Nikachapotero. Nilifika national.
Amevaa viatu.
Alikuwa amevaa njumu kwanza Nike, wewe unasema nini? Hakuna spikes. Ile ushachikia uwanja ya patch. Ile shamba imengoja tu kupandwa mahindi.
Unakimbia kwa grass.
Yeah. So let's so Sharon, to come back to it. What was I saying? You see now we
crossover. What have you learned in sport that helps you now? Like, what are the lessons that you learned playing sport? Because you did it for quite a few years, and you even went and did it internationally. And so obviously, because people always think that once you're out there, it's easy. It's really not. It's a lot harder, because what I say to people all the time is, when you're in Kenya, you people look like you. They might think I'm different when I speak, but I have to speak first before they think I'm different. Over there, they judge you by the color of your skin. So they see you coming, and they see the color of your skin, and they've already seen how they're going to nyanyasa you. They've already seen how much less they're going to pay for your talent. How, even though you're one of the best, you're probably the best in that team, but they've already seen, they see the color of your skin before they ever see the content of you as a person. So that makes it, you're already disadvantaged before you ever even start.
Yeah. I spoke to one of my friends after we retired and stuff.
Yeah.
And I came to realize that, you know what, man, now mini gonna feel clean.
Yeah.
And you see, for me, when it came to sports, you know, I could do it for free. I did it.
Yeah, you did it for the love of it.
Playing for Kenya, you know.
Yeah.
But after the Commonwealth Games, when I sat in this stadium here in Manchester, and I saw that these dudes we are fighting with them, and these guys are being paid. That's when I said in my mind, I said, no, enough is enough, man.
Yeah.
I can't be going for a training session for 250 shillings.
Yeah.
And I'm still being paid late.
Yeah.
So Sharon, the crossover is simple. You see,
yeah.
when it comes to sports and anything that is sports related,
mm-hmm.
the cream that rises to the top
yeah.
is the people who work the hardest.
100%.
The people who dedicate their time. I dedicated a lot of my time, even when I was in Kenya.
Yes.
Guys used to wonder, seeing me with my rucksack, nikitoka tinaenda tizi, watu wameka base wanakula veve, awelu kaka ni nini, drug beta kupeleka mahali. But when they first came and saw me playing for Shujaa for Kenya, as a 47s, even the guys were wondering, kumbe jamaa ika gwanenanga, jamaa tunamwona kwa TV.
Yeah.
But you see, Shadow, the thing is with sports, people don't see the hard work behind the scenes.
100%. They just see the glory.
Kenya, when I was in Kenya, nilikuwa namkanga morning, 5 or 5:30, nakimbia mpaka ile round ya pipe na rudi home.
Yeah.
Saa zile wameamka, natoka na kina boli na foro, naenda kuinua chuma umotu, ma Flintstones. Kama imenyesha utapiga 9 hapa. These things watu waoni. Alafu saa hizo ndio tena ilikuwa inatengenezwa.
Yes.
So tena ilikuwa kotu ni mjengo.
Yeah.
So pale kuna mjengo, unajua kuna kibanda ya ndondo.
100%.
So, over there nikitoka gym, hiyo ndondo, hiyo ni protein.
100.
Chapati, ni carbohydrates. Weevils ni sasa ka mix,
extra protein.
Kuongeza protein. So Sharon, you see, hizi vitu zote hakunanga vitu watu huona.
Weevils ni nyama.
Yes, it's like with business, unajua. Hata mimi vile nilianza na vile nikaendelea na vile bado naendelea.
Yes.
Hakuna mtu anaona behind the scenes. Mtu anashtukia tu kama Realtime Logistics. Watu wanashtukia tu, huyu jamaa ametokelezea wapi?
100%.
And now operate from Manchester, so operate from London is the mother of all business.
Yes.
But I'm still working from Manchester, and I'm delivering anywhere.
Yes.
Anywhere in Kenya.
Yes.
So big crossovers, you know, when it comes to crossovers, when I look at business, I find business to be easy.
Yeah.
In terms of commitment.
Yes.
Because for me, my source of earning was my body.
Yes.
I had to be at the gym. I had to pump all those hours, Monday to Sunday to Saturday.
Yes.
Sunday I used to know at 3:00, hata mama yangu hezi nisaidia boli kenda kwa hewa 3:00.
Yeah, 100%.
So, in the morning naenda church na Martha.
Yes.
Na mbia Sagudi nisamee kwa sababu leo jo.
Leo nakuumiza mtu.
Leo kuna mtu anakuumia hapa.
Na si mimi.
Alafu pia sasa katika hiyo harakati pia na wale ma freedom fighter maumau pia na big up. Na wase pia na waso.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sharon, you see, for me, if you come to commitment to work, this work business is very hard as it is.
Yeah.
That's not a lie. It's very hard. The amount of hours I spend, the amount of moving around that I do, the amount of, but you see, when you come from a sporting environment, it becomes much easier because your body has been used to so much level of stress.
That's it.
And the good thing, another turnover into sports from sports to business is that we are used to making quick, instant,
Decisions.
second
That's it.
decisions.
You see it coming, you make a snap decision because it could be the difference between you losing that ball and you making that try.
Yes, and you know, for me being a winger,
Yeah.
our split decisions are very fast. I know if
Yeah.
I make this step, if I nikitoa hand off late by a millisecond,
Yeah.
najua that's the difference between me being tackled into touch.
That's it.
Ama mi kuka smart na inua good step kama
That's it.
nimeenda.
Either you
Dive
lose
kwa
that
corner.
ball or you make that try. It's a split second thing.
So
And
you see-
so what you're saying is, so people need to be flexible, agile, fast,
No,
go
it's
quickly,
not
think,
that, it's just that
make
it's
snap,
that business
take
you have to think.
advantage.
Yeah, you have to think quickly.
Yeah.
If you think slowly, angalia kama sasa ina mambo ya corona.
Yes.
You see, the people wale walikuwa wamekalia tu kitu moja.
Yeah.
Amesema this is my bread and butter. Unacheki
Ingo
kama
na
sisi,
kufa nayo.
yes, kama sisi vile we started with real-time motors.
Yes.
Unajua hii motors yenyewe ndio sasa tukirudi sasa back to the question of how the business started and how things are moving.
Yes.
Is that the same motors ndio
Yes.
ikakuja ni hapo nyumbani hizi ma dealership CMC na all these other bloody whatevers who had almost 300% markup on parts.
Yeah.
Because me saizi as a businessman, at least I can say it, but nikienda kwa Mercedes niwaambia naenda kununua parts kwenda for export. Hata niuzia utasema enda ununue from the local supplier.
Yes.
Local supplier anacharge mtu almost 300% markup share.
Yes.
You know, you're in business, I'm in business. 300% is now, that's taking the piss, you know.
That's taking the piss, man. And especially in a country where money is already scarce. And even those people who drive Mercedeses, nobody deserves to be, but the problem is people have alternatives. People have alternatives, but they don't take them. We have so much information out here, you know. You just need to go online and find alternative ways of getting these things. You know what I mean?
But you see, Sharon, you see our country, we've sold ourselves to the devils, you know.
Yeah.
Sold ourselves
How do you mean?
Chinese stuff and all these cheap products. I paid
Yeah.
for Kenya when we went to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And all these Asian. You go to a shop and you ask straight up,
Yeah.
original, fake, or copy.
Or good copy.
Hakuna good copy.
Hakuna good
original,
copy.
Fake or copy. Because
Like-
copy is very good.
I know, like in London, when they sell you DVDs, they come and they say, DVD. They say it's original, good copy.
As I see, so that you see that, no.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have clients who buy things from Japan and China and whatever to come
Yeah.
to the UK, because you see anything coming into the UK, they'll send they have good quality.
That's it. The quality is
Anything
better
going
than
straight
what they
to
send to
Africa.
Africa. Is
Anything they send straight
shit.
to Africa,
Yeah.
yeah. Third grade.
Yeah, and that's where we look at our leaders and we say, like, why are you selling us to the dogs? Like, to be fair,
So, and-
why is
and
it
another
that something going to the UK should be better quality than something coming to Kenya? We should compel these people to give us the same quality.
Same quality, but you see, that's where all these cabs and all these guys, if this
It's
system
bure kabisa. They're just paid for nothing.
yeah. So me, like I said, you see, so when it comes to the quality of stuff and
Yeah.
all this kind of a thing, me, I'm telling you in business, the government and this KRA, all this kind of whatevers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the duty for for a discovery. You saw many discoveries I passed with through your house.
Yeah.
Going to the docks.
Yeah.
Every other month I had a discovery going to Kenya. What these dudes do? They want to push the market to the other side,
Yeah.
to the Asian side, because of the debts. They
Ah.
push the duty up by 500,000, Sharon. How can you justify that?
Ah, that's bad.
1.1.
I mean, what it does is, but the thing is, to be fair, the duty is what makes cars in Kenya so bloody expensive. You know, yes,
too
maybe
expensive.
we cannot justify having like as many cars as we have on the roads because of the environment,
Sharon,
but still,
look at-
it's not.
but
It's not on.
Look at how many containers are coming from China and whatever.
Yeah.
Docking at the port, being
Yeah.
given space to park all those cars there.
Yeah,
And well, something from the UK.
Yeah.
They drove us out of the market with the Discovery.
yeah,
They drove us out of the market with the Lexus.
Yeah.
You so many Lexus I passed by with at your house.
yeah,
Lexus walituvuta nje. Hapo ndo wanaongeza do ndo wapusha wase kwa market so that the other market comes in, which
Yeah.
is not fair. Like
Yeah.
I said, we sold ourselves to the devils.
yeah.
You
But
feel
would you
as
say
bus-
then
as a
that
businessman,
yeah,
as
Go
a
on.
businessman,
Yes.
look at what happened to Sri Lanka.
yes,
When that port of Mombasa will go, is when Kenyans will know what the deals are being made behind them.
Yeah.
People now laughing at it, trillions in Aibua. It's like a joke.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be a joke when nobody can do any business anymore. It's not going to be a joke when people can't do their work. Because the people who are complaining now,
yes,
are the same people who voted for the same government twice.
Yes. Yes.
The same month.
Yes. So would you say that being in business, like as you said, you need agility, you need flexibility, you need to be able to make decisions that when one side of it is not working, you can then say that, okay, fine, the cars are not moving. Is that what drove you to work more on your logistics part of it, the spare parts and all the other stuff, and the Kenyan goods? Is that what drove you? Because now you used to bring just to Kenya, and now you're bringing to Kenya and from Kenya to the UK.
They were the only guys who were doing kind of a thing, because Sharon, you see, from your parts, the same cars that were sending home, people needed parts.
Yes.
And that's how we got into parts.
Yes.
Because we are predominantly doing cars. So
but would you say that maybe what the government did with messing up with the duty for your best selling cars, would you say that then drove you to maybe concentrate more on the logistics? Because
but
the
we haven't even got
now,
logistics yet.
Yeah.
Because logistics came because we were dealing with incompetent companies, to be honest.
Yes.
And you know how I work. I like my things moving fast.
Yeah.
That's why, you can't call your company Realtime and then you're slow time. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So
you have to walk the talk.
Yeah, you have to walk the talk.
Yeah.
So the companies that I were using were incompetent. One company until now has not even cleared a container that we sent a few years ago.
Yes.
When the government forced all our cargo from Mombasa on that SGR, which is not ever going to pay for itself.
Yeah.
They've actually running Mombasa to the ground.
Yeah.
Because of trying for other interests. Let's not get into politics. But unaona Sharon. So by that ndo nikaanza kujiuliza sasa hii ni mambo gani? I can't be sending parts home inachukua a week and a half. Sometimes 2 weeks.
Yes.
So I started doing my homework.
Yes.
Pole. I got my own system of how I can send the stuff faster, and quicker.
Yes.
Right now, as we speak today, there's parts that left London yesterday. They're in somebody's hands by today noon.
Yes.
And people asking, how do you do it? How is not a problem.
Yes. You just know it's going to be there.
If I promise you it's going to be there tomorrow, it's going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
You see, Sharon, even though sasa tukaingia kwa logistics. Logistics, I didn't have anything to do with logistics. Kwa sababu tena vile utaingia hivyo na logistics na parts. Ule mtu ananunua parts kutoka kwako na unataka kumtumia. Atakuuliza, by the way, mnafanyanga Amazon? Mnafanya eBay? Mnafanya hii? So you see, that animal started growing. So that, by the government pushing us out of the market with the cars, this other thing was already being born, and it was getting more mileage.
Yes.
So even now, without that primary part of the business, it's still there now.
Yes.
We've had some units going into the ship that sailed out of the UK on Friday.
Yes.
But see, the whatever is starting to move, the shift started moving to logistics.
That's it.
With the logistics, pole, our name started getting into people's ears. If you do a good thing, that's what I'm saying, business. Kizuri cha jiuza, kibaya cha
jitembeza. That's it. You always have to deliver. If you deliver, then people will recommend you. You do one good thing in business, someone will tell 3 people. You do one bad thing, they'll tell 10 to 20 people. Everyone they meet, they'll tell them how shit you are.
Yes. So you see, I don't have to have a big billboard ukipita City Stadium ukenda whatever. Ukaka mtu wa Iceland mtu wenyu.
Nitumieni
business. Unajua, it's not that. Watu wakiongea. So that's how you can build up. So, and then we started questioning ourselves in terms of, we need to diversify in terms of what other people know, what's going on. Because you see, when you're dealing with parts, mtu anza kanunua parts, alafu zifike mtaani, maybe they're the wrong parts. It malfunctions during, while it's still on warranty.
Yes.
So hapo ndio tukapiga reverse tukasema, hebu ngoja. Hizi vitu tunarudishaje hapa kwa sababu itakuaje? Did my research again. Ufitia kukua mtu wa watu, unanijua mimi ni mtu wa watu na anabonga na watu.
Yes.
Lukaka hivi na hivi. Okay, sawa, nikatafuta nikapiga hesabu. nikaanza kurudisha mali.
Yes.
Hivyo ndo vitu zikaanza kurudi. And then vile mimi na wewe pia tukakaa down brainstorm tukasema nani aje Sharon, na hizi Kenyan goods bana, unajua hizi vitu haziko huku.
Yes. All the things we miss when we're not home. Kwanza nimepata connect ya mabuyu, but that's another story for another day.
Mimi mabuyu hata sasa nikuambie, mimi mabuyu yangu inatoka Mombasa pale ndani.
Napata
mabuyu fresh
yatoka kwenyewe.
Ale ndani mwandada na kuambia utamu wanzidi.
Anyway, so what I've heard you say so far is, in business, you have to be flexible. You have to be able to take advantage of those opportunities that come when things change. Don't give up. Just see how you can twist it. Exactly. Just see how you can either incorporate it into your already existing business or start something that is similar, but is sort of concurrent with what you're already doing. Like, like bread and butter.
Like Sharon, a very good example from the UK was Blockbuster.
Yes.
You remember Blockbuster?
Yes.
When I used to come to visit you and natoka na dinga mbio kwa sababu
they used to have DVDs. Yeah, they used to hire DVDs.
Keja inafaa kwa inarudi jioni.
And then they'll find you. Yeah. It was like having a library book. Yeah.
Those are the guys who and HMV and all these high street guys who are CD.
Yes.
Waliambiwa jo, anzeni kuangalia online. Si wako kuangalia online.
Yeah.
Blockbuster was bust.
Yes.
So I believe that it's just moving with the times, and
yes.
business is not easy. Me, like I said, I've my mind and everything has come from a sporting background.
100%.
The goodness of coming from a sporting background.
Yes.
There's the discipline. There's the time.
100%. Discipline is so important.
These small things. There's the team dynamics. So
that's it. You're used to working with people and
yes.
and even like being a diplomat to a certain extent.
Yes, being a diplomat because you're all working for one goal.
100%.
You look at me when I was playing. We were going into a pitch, 13 people.
Yes.
Plus, I think about 5 or 7 on the bench with
yes.
one goal of winning.
100%.
You see, it's one goal of winning. So you always have to work as a team. Hata kuna watu wengine labda because I could see in team dynamics. Kuna watu wanapendana.
Yes.
But ndio wanjo. Yo peleka huko.
Exactly.
Hapa sasa lazima tupelekane mbio nao guys.
That's
so you see me, like I said, so me coming into business has not been a shock to my system.
Yes.
Because I'm used to this kind of environment. The problem was for me was the speaking to people, the speaking to clients,
yes.
Speaking to suppliers. Unajua?
That's it.
I'm used to be in a small environment where in a bubble,
Yes, and most things are planned for you because you have a coach, you have a team manager, like said, you have a physio, you have like everyone, like especially if you're in an environment you're in a professional sports environment, you have everything. Bang, 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 bang,
Sharon,
bang, bang.
Sharon,
yeah.
When I used to come back from holiday before pre-season, we were coming back. We used to finish around September. So by end of October to November, beginning of November, tunaanza pre-season.
That's
when
it.
Winter is starting.
Yeah.
So that's when they always say used to build the engine. We used to go do some training, which it was just madness. Every morning at 6 a.m. you're up. In the Saturdays was the worst.
Yes.
By the time unaingia kwa dinga hata huwezi drive. Unatetemeka.
Exactly.
But that's what was building the engine.
That's it.
So unajua sasa hiyo putting all these things together makes for things to be much easier. Because like I said, the first minute to have unapatiwa like a folder where you need to be on every single day where you need to be, what you should be doing.
Yes.
Which days. So I could never plan holidays.
Yes.
If it come holidays never used to work. Holidays I could only do holiday in October, November.
Off season.
Hapo katikati ya Mei hivi.
Yes.
Nilikuwa na hepa naambia Jona umwa tumbo kwa sababu najua na unajua leo unasema unaumwa tumbo tunahara unambusikuje urako for a week. Kwa sababu you don't want to spread it to the squad.
Exactly, they don't want to give it to the squad.
Mimi huyo
Kenya.
Mbio nimejificha hata social media sionekane. Unajua real time amekuwa no time. So so Sharon anasema moja. So unaona, so hizi vitu ziko so transferable that it's, and by the way, if you notice one thing,
yes,
where systems work,
yes,
90% of the athletes, professional athletes, look at most of the whatevers. Those are the same people who are going to be hired by the Sky Sports.
Yes.
They're going to be hired as
BBC,
speakers, BBC, and all that. These
Yeah.
are the people who can control the emotion. Me say hata nikitembea hapa kwa street.
Yes.
Manangapi Sharon mtu asha walk up to me and tell me go back to your country.
Yeah.
Kwa jamani kimkula ngumi fresh. Mimi ndo
Yeah.
nakuwa na norm.
100%. 100%. Yeye amekuwa abused. He's racially abused you.
To be in control of your emotions.
Like for that, I think people should really watch that movie. What's it called? 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
It's the guy who did Black Panther.
Oh yeah, I was gonna watch that this
evening.
If
honestly, if anybody struggles with being racially abused out there, or being abused for coming from a different background, or just feeling like you don't belong, please go watch that movie. And this thing is a real story of like really resilience and control and discipline. Everything that a sports person should be. Everything really that a human should be.
Yeah. So me, Shadow, like I said, with business,
yeah.
I said, man, it's the same when I've been interviewed about rugby and making it from Kenya coming here.
Yes.
It's all hard work, Shadow.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Unajua, I have hours. I have almost a 20 hour.
Yeah.
Or let's say all the minutes since I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And the bad thing is that when you're doing international business,
yes.
people don't take whatever much about time. Unapata Kenya during winter because we are 3 hours back.
Yes.
The man and pick the simu 5 in the morning because near 8 o'clock Kenya.
Yes.
Unajua?
Yes.
And things like that. So, I'm always thinking about something.
Yes.
Lazima nisotile, lazima nifanye hivi.
Yeah.
So, and that's not easy because watu wa 9 to 5, mtu 9 anaingia job and clock out at 5.
100%.
After 5 o'clock, hakuna kitu yote anafikiria job mpaka the following day.
Yes.
Si watu busy, unakumbuka kuna kitu ulikuwa nafaa kudropiwa ikufika ama nini.
Yes.
You have to deal with clients.
Sometimes you wake up at 2 o'clock and you go to bed at midnight. You've literally been up for 22 hours.
Yes, and even when you're sleeping, your mind is still clocked.
Exactly. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night to write something or to send an email that you forgot, because at the end of the day, when you run your own business, the buck stops with you. But it's another crossover from sport, because yes, you're a team. Yes, you're all working towards the same goal. But and rugby is a really good sport because everyone has it takes all shapes and sizes. However, everyone has their role to play on that field. And any team sport, everyone has their role to play. And if you don't play that role, but when you're self-employed, and especially when you're self-employed and you don't have people to help you, you're everything. You're the HR, you're the marketing department, you're the finance department, like literally you're everything. So you're almost working 24 hours a day.
And then the problem is also with being self-employed is delegating becomes an issue.
It
Unless
is.
you have very trustworthy people around you.
No, but the thing is, sometimes it depends on your background, yeah? Some people find it very easy to say to anyone, whether they can trust them or not, do that for me, do that, yeah? But when you're used to doing your things in a certain way, at a certain time, for a certain purpose, exactly, to a certain quality, it's very difficult then. But then I think this is another lesson that people need to learn in business. However hard it is, however much you think people are incompetent, you have to learn to teach them to do things exactly the way you want them done. But it takes time. And it takes...
You see, I always tell people, what is cheap at home, like labor and stuff like that, is very expensive over here.
Yes.
And when guys always calling me saying, Lucas, I need this, I need that. Can you organize this courier to pick up this and that?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? There's a way that things work, This is not like money. Unapigia mtu last minute ati wewe kuja uchukue hizi vitu saizi.
Yeah.
You plan everything ahead.
Exactly.
Everything ahead.
Yeah.
So with the crossovers, I can say it's easy when it looks at crossovers because, like I said, first and foremost, we make split decisions, millisecond split decisions.
100%.
In a very highly stressed environment.
Yeah.
Whereby your body's on the line every single time you get into collision or whatever.
Yeah.
Because everybody's getting bigger, stronger, and faster.
100%. Yeah.
So, you see, and that's the same with business. The same way.
Yeah.
Guys are evolving.
Yeah, you're either growing or you're dying as a business.
Yes. Look at people like Amazon.
Yeah.
Now, we are getting to the UK in a point that what want to buy everything.
Yes.
Supermarket, everything.
Yes.
And then now that with Corona being everywhere, cash.
That's it. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, things have changed business-wise and how we live our lives.
Yes.
But if you don't grow with the times as a business and anything,
yeah.
utaumia. Unajua nekech I'm starting
And he doesn't even speak Luo well.
The Luos in the house nekech kaukitio mate. Omera ibo inyori.
And what would you say? And on speaking Luo, like I would say to anyone who wants to start, chaka chaka, just start.
Yeah, that's true.
Start where you are. Start with what you got. Start with what you think you haven't got. Just start. Kama uko na thao, si tulianzisha busy ya fish hapa hivi na thao, na si uongo, na hiyo thao ya first yenye tulianzisha nao busy, we literally told our friends and family we are selling fish. They said, I want. We said, we are taking money in advance. They sent us the money. That's how our fish business started. So literally on that day, we went and bought fish. We went and bought the karai. We went and bought hiyo spoon ya kuchota na meko. Meko ndio pekee investment ilikuwa hii kutoka kwa hiyo thao. But the next day, the meko had paid for itself. Yeah? So when people say that they need a lot of capital, you really don't. In a country like Kenya, where food is cheap and everything is cheap and people have to eat, if you have an interest in food, just start. If you can do people's hair and you can do it from home or you can go to their homes, just go. Like literally, tell people what you do. If you can do nails, buy a small table, cover it with something nice, start. Start from where you are. Like literally, just buy the nail polish or whatever you need, start there.
Yeah, it's all about starting. And like I said, people is talking about lazima uwe na domingi. And you see, the thing is, one thing Sharon Key I have to say, and that goes to the consumer and also to the supplier or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you see, there's a bad habit whereby when you're dealing with Kenyans sometimes, which is a really bad habit in terms of, somebody will go online and will buy something for cash.
Yes.
From somebody they've never seen.
Yes.
And send it to us or maybe send somewhere else to be sent to Kenya.
Yes.
Or the seller sends to Kenya at very crazy prices.
Yes.
And they'll have to go clear for themselves.
Yes.
See, we do door-to-door service. You've seen how much of your stuff, Sharon, have I been sending since you corona ikupate mtaani?
Yes.
Lots of stuff.
Yes.
Na mali inafika.
Yes.
So, what was I saying? Angalia naanza kuchanganyikiwa. Kwa sababu, yeah, man, we've been talking about, what are we saying?
Just starting.
Yeah, about just starting.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of unachekini kama sisi vile tulianza. Ilikuwa tu ni pole.
Yeah.
Niyo kwanza ndio kitu muhimu.
100%.
Sasa shida ni nilikuwa naongea juu ya how people do online purchases and doing import and export.
Yes.
Unapata Mkenya atanipigia simu ananiambia ati Lucas ati so nataka kulipa nusu alafu nusu ikifika.
For why?
At first when I started working,
yes,
I was compelled. I was feeling like since I'm getting into this and all that,
yes,
tuacha nijaribu kufurahisha watu.
Yes.
But I sat down and I thought, what? Hold up a minute. Na mimi niko naambia I lost a lot of business when I was starting because of that. Ilibidi I put my foot down and
Yes.
nimesikiza boss. Mpaka imagine even I lost business in Tanzania. Watanzania pia ndo walinichanganisha sana.
Yeah.
Because mtu anakuambia bana hakuna mtu anaweza kazungumza naye hapa na kujua. Mpaka Onyashu, remember when Onyashu used to be in Tanzania?
Yeah.
There's a client akapigia Onyashu simu anaenda kuona Onyashu ndio ajue huyu jamaa na huyu jamaa ndio nashindwa boss.
But yet, if they bought it online from some other guy, they would buy it and trust.
Over the years nimeona watu wakigongwa domo.
Yeah.
Sasa mimi naambia mtu advice, naambia boss, fanya hivi. We deal na reputable companies.
Yes.
A company that is registered in the UK.
Like literally cheap is expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheap is expensive and I've seen it. So mimi ndio kitu moja nilisemanga Sharon, nasema and in business lazima ukae ngumu.
100%.
Ukikaka hivi atu una sway. Mimi unajua mimi ni mtu wa kusway.
That's it.
I'm always worried about
sitting on the fence.
Sitting on the fence, unajua nimeskylock lakini niweke kwa wanjo. Hiyo fence ndio niona.
Unapita na fence kama umeenda. So for me, this is another thing. When you're starting, don't look at yourself like you don't know. Kama umesomea kitu, you know. Kama umelan kitu, if you've taken your time, your hours, your money to invest in something and you know what it is, you know. Don't go and undercut, try and price yourself down because you think you're not experienced in that field yet, or because you think you're going to get customers by lowering your prices way under market rates. Because the moment you do that, climbing will be hard. Price it at the right price and trust that the right people will come and buy from you. Usipatie watu deni. Juu hiyo deni ndio itangusha hiyo biashara very quickly. If you want to kill a startup, something that's just starting, give credit to the people who haven't even proved to you that they've bought 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times. They've brought people to you because they believe in your business. Give credit to those people. Give credit to that first timer, because I tell you what, that first timer will go and tell other people, enda tu muongeleshe, atakupatia credit. Exactly. And that is how your business will start. Anyway, is there any advice you would give to people out there who are starting up, who are thinking of starting up, who are scared of starting up, who want to take that first step and wanaona ni kama sijui? What advice would you give to those people?
You know, like when we switched over hapa kidogo to Luo, like you said, chaka chaka.
Yeah.
Just start.
Yes.
And the rest will come into it. Put in the work.
Yeah.
Put in the work and you will get the rewards.
Yes.
If you don't put in the work, if you sit there and say, oh, ati hakunanga biashara siku hizi. See, at the top of COVID, Sharon. That's the good end of logistics. At the top of COVID, sale COVID ilikuwa imeshika yake yote.
Yeah.
Cargo ilikuwa inatembea. Cargo will never stop moving.
100%.
You see?
Yeah.
So me when I tell me sale na watu wananiambia, manze ndio na nikunoma bana, hata and unajua kuna watu tu wanafanya the same business mimi nafanya. Watu wanauza na Luka au unapitisha aje? Naambia zi bana, you know, you can't tell your secrets to nobody. If I start telling everybody my secrets to my business, man,
you won't have a business.
Kufa nayo kwa roho yako boss. Kufa nayo kwa roho yako. So anything you do kana yo ngumu. Na unajua it's like with life. Hakuna kitu rahisi.
Yes.
Look at all the billionaires, all these billionaires we see Sharon here.
In
London.
Look at Richard Branson, look at Elon Musk, look at Bill Gates. All of them started small.
Yule buda BBC yule kapienga Dragons netwangaje yule Apprentice.
Oh, Alan Sugar. He was a market trader. He started as a market boy at 16. So it's like people look at other people's success and they always think, you know, kama ya naweza. But the thing is, a lot of them start and then they say they failed or blah, blah, blah. They start giving excuses. No excuses, just stick to it. If you stick to the plan and you trust the process, you will never, ever, ever fail. You might have to change direction, but you will never fail.
And that's true, you know, like I said, like I said, it's me when I started with the business.
Yes.
I had times that I questioned myself.
Yes.
You know, once you're used to be having your guarantee money coming in,
yes,
to a point of minimum na injury, you know,
yes,
so inabidi hata kale ka kitu liko konako ukomezwa kanaingia tu fit unajua niko sawa. Unajua mnasemanga usiaje jipatie safety. Hakunanga safety net kwa business. Hakunanga safety net. Unajua mtu wa 9 to 5 anajua hata mkinivuta job leo lazima mnilipia kama
ni kweli. Yeah, that's it.
Mimi leo nikiamwatia mazi hakuna business wewe nimeka hapa tunajionea huruma.
Hautakula, watoto watakula.
So ile kitu lazima watu wajue, and is the most important thing is just hard work pays.
That's it.
You know, and you know, when I get to my darkest moments that nikiona mazi ndio nikubaya, I should have just given up on this. Nifanye kitu kingine. Because the thing is, what is in my head hakuna mtu anzachukua.
Yeah.
I went into uni, I've put my knowledge here.
Yeah.
And the things that are going to be natural to me mpaka ile siku ndakufa.
Yeah.
Jambo nilikuwa nasema mtu hata niamshe usiku wa manane, Luka uko wanjo, pressure situation, anachukua fit sana. Sasa hii nikiamshwa hivi kwanza naanza kutafuta crutches,
magoti nini.
So you see, unacheka me ilikuwa it has become a very hard thing because I had to transition from a playing environment whereby everything was done for me. We were like baby, ni kama watoi. We're just entertainers. That's what I thought.
100%.
And wale watu wako home naweza ka change into wale watu wako home saizi. Ile kitu tumefanya COVID, kuna majamaa walikuwa naingiza kakitu. Mtu amekaa tu anafikiria hiyo kakitu anaingizanga na whatever. He doesn't venture close to other things.
That's it.
Unaweza ingia uwanja leo na kesho yake utajacheza game for the rest of your life. What are you going to do?
Maybe hata utaitembea tena.
Yeah. So at least hata sasa hivi leo wako pale wanacheza game. Hata wale watu wachezi game, hata yule layman saizi unajua mtu wa kuandikwa, job ya kuandikwa. Angalia mtaani, mimi nilikuwa nakuja mtaani a couple of years back. Kila mtu ana job iko na hustle yake.
Yes.
Unajua?
Kila mtu usiite hustle, akona kitu anafanya on the side. Yeah. Because kuhusoliwa ni kuibiwa.
Yeah. Kila mtu yuko na something on the side that is doing. That is bringing something like farming or something.
Yes.
So, mimi nazaambia watu. Biz rahisi at all. To me nasemanga business rahisi kwa sababu coming from an environment that nilikuwa natumia mwili yangu to make money. That's how I made my money. That's how I live, by using my body as whatever. And it's unfortunate that everything has an expiry date. Like me 10 years ago shano vile nilikuja huku, 18 years ago vile nilikuja UK, mtu angeniambia siku moja singeweza kucheza rugby. Mwambia wewe peleke ujinga mbali. Mimi Lukaka mimi. Game nacheza mpaka siku ile ndakufa.
100%. Lakini si wengine wetu bado tunacheza tu, it's just not professional. Wewe umekata kurudi kwa uwanja. That's on you, man.
Unaona sasa the problem with the professional environment is one thing. Unajua whatever the surgeon used to tell me, Lucas, just take it easy. But telling somebody who's used to
you can't. I'm a therapist now, and as a therapist, even not just sports people, even just lay people who are used to running every day, or used to playing squash every day, or just used to doing something active every day, you tell them, you treat them, and then you tell them, listen, I want you to stop doing what you're doing just for a week, just for 1 week. Staki uende kukimbia. The next day wanakupigia simu, ati, I'm feeling better now. Can I go run? No, do not run.
Take the time.
Just rest. You know, you might be feeling better, but running today would make that ankle worse, you know. But it's hard. It's hard for lay people. So I can't imagine how it is for like a, you know, like a professional. Like this is what you do.
I saw one of my ex-players, one of my ex-teammates, most of them going to gyms around here, Wigan and all that. There some nice gyms. And there's something he wrote on social media, and he was like, you know, it's weird when you're not motivated, because you see, when we were playing and when we were training, you're training and you're motivated for that Sunday game.
Yes, that's it. So
everything you're doing,
there's an end goal. There's an end goal. Yeah.
And everything you have to do at 100% because everything is being recorded.
That's it.
Lucas, unasukuma ngapi bench? Ati mimi nasukuma 80. Alafu kuna kakijana pale kanafinya 160 clean and kuchapia rep sita. You know, those are the kind of things. So everything has always been a challenge. It's always been. It's a challenge and competition. That's what business is.
That's it. 100%.
100%. Morning, every day morning. I switch my time zone to whichever business I'm working with. Kama niko na business Dubai. Kama niko na business States. Kama niko na business China, Hong Kong, or whatever. Those are the time frames najiweka nazo. Naweza kaingia bed 8 o'clock unakanika fala, but by the time those guys are waking up, you're up. So it's about just being consistent. So me hapo mtaani watu kikaibi watu wanasema ndio hizo ati watu wanangoja bado gavati kazi kwa vijana ndio mtangoja. Usiaje ngoja hiyo ujinga. Wewe angalia pale kuna ka hustle, kuna kampenyo.
Ingia hapo. See where there's a need. Business is about finding where there's a need and filling that gap. Like your friends needed cars from a reliable person, from somebody they knew that they can.
Business is about trust.
Exactly. So then your business started that way.
Mtu angeenda online angalie kuna sono offer service and now na labda ni jamaa yuko tu na 9 to 5 hapo Lando mahali hapa UK. Jamaa anakuja tu fala moja ataingia box. Ule ingia box hivi umetuma 15,000 pounds. Na hivyo ndo namba simu imefungwa na kila kitu imefungwa.
You have no comeback. 100%. So what would you say as your parting shot? What would you say? What advice would you give to businesses? Not just the ones starting up, but maybe the ones who've started and are struggling, because obviously from what you've said today is like business, like life is about adversity and overcoming that adversity. So and being consistent and being resilient and just literally being so flexible that when things change, you change with it. So what would you say as your parting shot? What would you advise people in terms of either people who are transitioning from sports into business or people who are transitioning from work into business? Because it's kind of the same thing, you know?
It's the same thing.
But what advice would you give to them?
My advice is very simple. Business is about buying and selling. That's it. The simple bit is those two things. So in between is where people like us come in. Provide a service for payment. So hizo ndio vitu watu wasianze kujiotewa. So kitu muhimu ni buy and sell. Ukipata mpenyo mahali, ufa nayo mpenyo endelea. Na COVID is here to stay. So ukisikia hapa unajua kuna watu wanakuwa kusema unajua hii COVID. Hii COVID ndio imekama.
Na imetuchapa si wote.
Imetuchapa si wote. Imeaffectaje bidhaa, imeaffect busy hivi. What can I do differently?
That's it.
What can I do differently?
How can I counter that?
That's why the whole world is changing from a sporting whatever.
Yes.
Return to sport protocols na nini.
Yes.
Because everybody is changing.
Yes.
So kama wewe unaona dunia ina change na uchange biashara yako.
Yeah.
Utaumia. So my parting shot and most thing I always say it all and all, hard work pays.
Yes.
And times are changing. People have seen how employment can just go like that.
Yes.
Even when you're working, make sure you've got something going on.
Yes.
Because if you don't have that, then you just, because like me now, yes, I'm in business, but I've got my master's, I've got my all this knowledge in my head.
Yes.
I've got this post now, I've got this posts at Kenya Rugby League, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yes.
Which I'm coming home and be able to put this knowledge down.
Yes.
But you see, COVID came through. And if I'd said that, kitu sasa mimi nimewekea tu macho hivi.
Yes.
Nini ningelifanyikia? Ningekuwa sasa nimeumia.
Exactly.
Kila Benja kina Quicks wanaambia, hey Lucas bana kuna kakitu mtu yangu.
Yes.
Sasa tulia tu.
Yes. Yes.
You put all your eggs in one basket.
100%. You have to diversify.
You have to diversify. If you don't
multiple streams of income, that's the way to go. Anyway, Lukaka Realtime Onyango of Realtime Logistics. Thank you so much, guys. Please check out his businesses. Check out what he can do for you, whether you're in the UK, you're in Europe, wherever you are. Talk to Mr. Realtime himself. Guys, thank you so much for supporting Galactic Productions.
Hey, a minute.
And
I have to give my social media.
Yes, no, you will. You will. We will put them all in the bio. Guys, check out the bio, follow, share, tag wenye unawajua, nini, and if anybody who you know will benefit from what we are saying today, please. Lakini pia, hata kama tumeweka kwa bio, sema basi, sema ndugu.
And by the way, kuna Realtime Motors, tuna deal na magari. From Europe to Kenya, after we deal with the Japanese and all that, but we like sticking to the UK.
Yes.
Real-time parts, that is weekly.
Yes.
Na saizi tunaweza kafikisha vitu zingine in 24 to 48 hours. So that is another thing.
Yes.
Alafu kuna logistics.
Yes.
Alafu kuna Taste Kenya, by the way.
Wale wa Kenya wako UK na Europe. Please check out Taste Kenya.
Omena niko na kilo 30 hapo. Kuna kunde, kuna
Omena zimekuja real time.
So at the end of the day, Nivo, and by the way, feel free to contact me, contact Sharon, advice, we all start from somewhere.
And collaboration is the spice of business.
Yeah, if somebody wants to ask about anything, just, hit me up, man. I'm always here, man.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And as you can see, Mr. Realtime himself is still running, even though he's not running so fast anymore. But thank you so much. Please keep tagging, keep supporting us. Na mkumbuke hapa hivi tuna mashow murwa. So guys, let's keep going. Let's keep supporting each other. Let's keep collaborating. Thank you so much for joining us today. And stay safe.